So we're going to get back to this. All right. So Jake Anderson's with us. Dr. Tony Avellino's with us as well. All right, Jake, let's get into some crab fishing. Talk to the know nothing host here. I'm just like thinking, all right, so this doctor, this guy has got $1 million hands, $5 million hands. He's coming on your boat, and take it from there. Please just set it up. And I mean, what were you thinking? How were you feeling when you first came onto your boat, Captain?
Well, petrified to say the least, right? Because your hands are your everything on the boat. Well, if I can't use your hands expendably, then I'm kind of screwed. But to first understand how Dr. Tony Avellino got onto the boat, you have to understand how Jake Anderson got to where he is. Now, I've always fished, right? But after me and Tony met, Tony had a way of drawing out the best in me, and I believed in him. And so we would have lunches, and he would basically the famous meeting at the Pyramid Alehouse in Seattle was
I remember that.
basically pulled out my heart, set it on the table, grabbed a napkin, threw it on the table, grabbed a pen or a crayon or whatever the hell we had. And he just basically asked me, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? And we wrote it down. He says, we need to do a 5-year plan. I said, all right. We wrote down a few things. I can't remember what exactly was on there, but it was ultimately becoming a captain and these things. Well, we did the first 5-year plan, which in my mind was a complete fantasy. It was, we just drew out all my fantasies out on this 5-year plan. We did the first one in 3 years. We did the second 5-year plan in 3 years. And then I remember reading some of them, and it's like a joke now, because these were things this was like any of us saying, I want to be an astronaut. That's how much I believed I was going to accomplish these things. Anyway, so I get here. So to understand Jake Anderson and the captain that is sitting in this chair, that this neurosurgeon with these $5 million hands, the operation he's about to walk onto, you have to understand that the neurosurgeon himself built that person and helped pave the way for that individual to come. So without Tony, you wouldn't have Captain Jake Anderson, because I didn't have anybody that helped me believe that I could do anything like that, because it's such a cutthroat industry that they tell you, I was involved in television and in the fishing industry, both very cutthroat, both have a lot of nepotism involved in them, and there's no way to really get to the top. So it was really just a fantasy. Well, I got to the top of both those with the help of Tony. Now that is the truly, truly amazing thing. I don't even know how the hell we did it. I don't know how it was even possible. Anyway, so we get there, and to get back to bringing this neurosurgeon on this crab boat, right? Now, crab fishing in general is very archaic. It's a survivalist game. Now, again, you're in the most dangerous conditions Mother Nature can provide on planet Earth. Very, very dangerous. Everything is you have carnival equipment, and most of us are like carnies. In order to be a good crab fisherman, you have to have a couple missing teeth, a couple missing fingers. You got to smell like cabbage. You have usually an alcohol problem. Now, that's just a joke, and that's not true in all cases. But the point is it's a rough way to live, and it's all about survival. And here comes.
We're getting the picture. We got the picture, and I want to give Tony a minute here. Jake, thank you for that. That was awesome. And I hate to cut you off, and the listeners are probably going, "God dang it, Tom! Let that guy talk." Tony, I need you to kind of have a little input on this thing. You got about 2.5 minutes here. Please take that, and I'll cut you off when I need to. But what Captain Jake was just saying, the napkin Pyramid Alehouse. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, as I'm a true believer, it's not what you take, it's how you give back. And I often say that I didn't get to be where I am today if I didn't have coaches and mentors along the way. And ever since Jake and I first met, you know, connecting at the heart, and I mean, Jake is a brother, and really, you know, it's a, even though I helped him, he helped me just as much too, you know, but I think what Jake said is in order to get to that next level is you have to have a plan. You know, it's is if you're making like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know, you need the peanut butter, you need the jelly, you need the bread, right? You know, so Jake had the infrastructure, but most important thing that Jake had, and what I look for when I want people on my team in the operating room is people that are passionate about what they're doing. I don't really care how great they are, but if they're passionate about what they're doing and if they want to make a difference, that's really important. And I think what Jake had is Jake has the passion, you know, and as Jake says multiple times, is you have to do something in life that you're passionate about, not because it makes a lot of money or prestige or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, if you're passionate about what you're doing, it brings you joy. And I can honestly say that Jake put himself at risk having me on the boat twice. Uh, but uh, but um, but I think you know what I learned is how to make healthcare safer. And sometimes you have to stretch, you have to put yourself in these challenging positions to learn. And as Jake said, I've planned, but it's how you continuously learn and get better. And it was really truly inspiring to me to see Jake, the person that he's become. You know, he's been captain, he's married, he has 3 kids, he has a house, he has cars. I mean, you know, you know, but that brings me more joy. That what brings me the most joy is people that I help and mentor along the way. And I always say the pupil always surpasses the master, and Jake is the pupil, and he has surpassed me, the master. So
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to break here. We're going to come back. We're going to finish it because I want you guys to think about during break. I want you to think about a story with the two of you on the crab boat or whatever the heck it's called or whatever this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So anyways, think about the story. We're going to come back in the last segment of the show, everybody, and we're going to share a story with these two amazing guys, Captain Jake Anderson, Dr. Tony Avellino. Tom Matt here. I'm just directing this thing. I don't know what the heck. I'm steering this ship, hopefully. We'll be right back. Oh my God. All right. One more to go. And I'm going to do a really quick read, and then I'm going to go. Who wants to go first? Jake, you want to go first with a story? And
I got mine. I'm sure Tony's got Tony.
Go for it,
all
Jake.
right. So let's
I know
go.
the one I'm going to go with, but it's not dangerous for me and my team. It's constantly talked about.
All right. Well, let's go with your story first, and then Tony, you do your rebuttal to that story if you'd like, or
We
wherever
got
you
a
want.
huge wave story. I took a huge monster wave.
All right, hold on. Here we go. Oh my God, I got to regroup. Where's my other card at? Losing my freaking mind here. Let's go. This is great. Come on, computer. Here we go. If you're a nonprofit, school, church, or youth group, and you need to spice it up with some talent, please go to our website, tommattshow.com. Contact box, share with us your situation, because we are accepting applications. We have been for quite some time now for a speaking engagement to help you raise money, whatever. This is a pro bono, which means freebie. I'll bring in the talent, Craig Stiles, Jake Anderson, Tony Avellino. They don't even know about this stuff. I didn't even tell them about it. But seriously, Brock Fletcher, I'll facilitate this thing for the whole group. But again, to be perfectly clear, it's for church groups, youth groups, schools, nonprofits. If you want to pay us, you can pay us. that's fine. Okay. But that's not the point of this whole deal. So again, go to tommattshow.com, tell us what you're doing, what you need, and we'll do our best. We'll do our best to pull this together for you. Okay. All right. We're going to jump back into this story here because I got a feeling that this last segment is going to be something special. All right. So I asked the guys during break, come up with a story. Jake's going to go first. He's going to tell a story about this. Again, you guys know that I'm the non-hunter, non-fisher, non-know anything about this. So when he tells these stories about these waves and these boats and the Bering Sea and all this, when Tony told me about this, I was like, what? And and so, okay, I get it. I understand, but I kind of don't. Tony, you're going to sit back and you're going to do a rebuttal to the story that your pal Jake's going to share with us. All right, Jake, you ready? You got this thing ready to go?
Okay. So first, a lot of people will get jobs or do things in their life because they want money or